Good evening, my lovelies. What it do, what it do, what it do. This is Yaakov coming straight from that Spiker Star, aka the Messenger, aka the Virgo Goddess, aka the Daughters of Zion, aka that Topaz Gem Sapphire. Hey, listen, always have a message for you, but it's up to you to decide what Ms. Yaakov is trying to say. Remember, I'm just outside looking into your world, see things that you just don't see, okay? But dig this here. The name of this is called Unpopular Opinion. Watch your circle. Mob ties.
Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Live life as if you want to run and stay dangerous at the same time. Because it's a war going on outside. No man is safe from out.
You heard that? You heard that, right? Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Micah 7:6. A man's enemies are the members of his own household. Let me just say this. It's a lot going on with this Zoran Mamdani and 16 people from Kabad that was shot in cold blood on the first day of Hanukkah. Zoran Mamdani recently attended major gatherings with the Satmar Hasidic community. While these events were with the Satmar community, which is specific non-Chabad Hasidic group that is traditionally anti-Zionist for religious reasons, Mamdani's office did release a statement which he mentioned the Chabad movement after a recent attack in Sydney, Australia during the Hanukkah. Mamdani issued a statement mourning the victims and keeping the Jewish community in his prayers. Reception. He was reportedly welcomed warmly by the community leaders, including Rabbi Moshe, a prominent Satmar figure. Okay, so it's a lot to unpack with this. Number one, Mamdani, Zohar or Zoran Mamdani, is not part of their religion. So how is he praying for them? They don't worship the same God. That's number one. Number two, they invited him, okay? These Hasidims invited Mamdani to this event, which is suspect to me. Which is suspect. I don't know about you, but something just ain't right. And then within a week later, or less than a week later, you mean to tell me 16 members from the Chabad got their lights turned out, as Hassan Campbell would say, got their lights turned out? I don't know about you, but y'all need to start paying attention to your circle before they hurt you. Because y'all smiling in these people's faces and thinking that they really Jews when they really Arabs. And then on top of it, you saw the movie Juice when Bishop smoked Raheem and then showed up at the funeral to pay his condolences. What do you think Zoran Mamdani is doing? And make no mistake about that. Them 16 people from Chabad that got gunned down, don't think that that was for free. That was a paid hit. That's a paid hit. They didn't do that for free. Don't think for one split second that that hit, them 16 people was killed for free of charge. Don't think that. You got to be a fool to think that. You got to be a damn fool to think that it was done for free. That was a paid hit. Ordered on the first day of Hanukkah at that. That was a slap in the face. Meanwhile, Mamdani skinning and grinning and all that. Just like Bishop and Juice. Y'all need to pay attention to your circle and watch who you call a Jew. If them 16 people from Chabad ain't safe and they lost their lives, what does that say about anybody else who's part of the kabod? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You ain't got to listen to me. It's just unpopular opinion. I'm just saying. You got to watch your circle. Everybody who you think is a Jew is not a Jew. Y'all eating out of the devil's pot. You can't worship the Torah and eat and eat and eat from the devil's pot. And then on top of it, a lot of them people be messing around, marrying these foreign wives who have handlers. And they wives be Arabic or Arabs. Their wives is part of the Arab community, a part of the Muslim community. So what you think is going to happen? While you doing whatever you doing, she on the phone with that handler giving a drop down on you. Meanwhile, you think that's your wife. And another thing is this before I get on out of here. A lot of people sacrifice their families, their wives, and their kids to this organization just to find out that between 80 and 90% of them is indeed Arabs. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. And they know everything about you. They know where you rest at. They know everything about your kids and your wife and where y'all live at and all that. They know everything. And not only that, but something got to give. You got to give up this physical flesh right here for Israel. You got to give up something. You got to give up something. You can't expect to inherit the kingdom and things of this world too. You got to give something up. You got to make a choice, and you got to make a choice fast because they're not safe. They're not safe. Every day or all the time that they have these meetings, from the kabod, they gotta stay armed and dangerous because at any given time, anything can happen to them while they at these meetings. And then on top of it, I turned around and saw another clip. Of another kabod member supposed to be friends with a Muslim or Arab, and he denounced allegedly his views. You got to be a fool to think that he ended his friendship with that Muslim. You got to be dumb. You got to wake up and smell a coffee and wake up fast. That whole kabod is contaminated. You got to watch the people that you roll with and watch the people that you eat at the table with, because y'all eating at the table with devils. You think that they for you, meanwhile, they for them Arabs. Ain't nothing worse than a friend that's playing sides. You chilling with the chicks that's trying to kill me. You hanging out with the chicks and breaking bread with the chicks that's trying to kill me. Let that sink in. You better reevaluate this group that y'all part of. That's why I don't be part of no group. And make no mistake about that. He paid for that hit. He paid for it. It ain't for free. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here. Y'all let that sink in for you. You understand? Ain't no man safe. It's a war going on out here. It's a war going on. You got to be very, very careful when you go into these kabod meetings and meeting with all these religious groups. That's the same thing with me when I used to go to the Baptist church. And I found out that them people was Eastern Star Masonics. They were Freemasons. These people be having their hands and stuff. And y'all sacrifice your kids and all that to be part of something. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, because it's going down out here. Anywho, this is the Daughters of Zion. Hey, listen. Bishop smoked Raheem and showed up at the funeral to pay condolences What do you think Zoran Mom Donnie is doing? While he's smiling and skinning and grinning and kikiing in your face. And then on top of it, before I break on out of here, I seen another clip with some more other Jews, sector of Jews, saying that those 16 people from Chabad ain't Jews, they Zionists. You let that sink in for you right there. These people, you think that these people are on your side? Nah, bro. Nah, they not on your side. They on their side. They on their side. Let me read it again for the people in the back. Micah 7-6. A man's enemies are the members of his own household. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here. That spiker star, the brightest star of the constellation. Looking into your world, see things that you just don't see. I'm out.